Welcome to Kuwait's Industrial Automation and Control Systems Cybersecurity Conference, KIACS Cybersecurity 2014, 25 through 26 May 2014. Hosted and organized by EQUATE Petrochemical Company in partnership with KPC.
So, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, we now have a closeout session, and may I draw to the stage the following 5 gentlemen. Mohammad Al Benali, who is the VP Technical Services at EQUATE. And I believe he's going to be hosting this short session, and he's going to be joined on stage by Baka Bahbani, who is the team leader, Kuwait Gulf Oil Company. Please come and take a seat, sir. He's also going to be joined by Abdullah Al-Kabandi, team leader of Kuwait Oil Company, and Khalid Al-Azmi, senior engineer, Petrochemicals Industry Company, and Ahmed Al-Maloufi, team leader of Kuwait National Petroleum Company. Now, if I've done my job correctly, there should be 5 gentlemen on this stage. Oh, thank goodness you're there. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them all a big round of applause as I hand over to Mohammad Al Benali.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I would like to thank the audience for joining us in the previous 2 days. Actually, I just want to make an introduction. You know, way in the early 80s, late 70s, control systems weren't existent. And engineers, production leaders, finance, management of the companies have a big interest on the data available on the DCS system. And each have their own reasons what to do with this data. So what was started as a further processing for this data, and as technology has evolved, the hardware, the software, we've seen sophisticated integration between systems. This has opened up this to vulnerability. And I think we are meeting in these 2 days talking about the different aspect of this topic, but this is it. This is the purpose of this conference, is to make an awareness about it, realize it, agree upon it, and put measures to make a protection and put measures to protect companies and assets. So we in EQUATE, in partner with our K companies from Kuwait Petroleum Corporation and subsidiaries, thought of organizing this conference to address all the different aspects that we have seen and heard for the past 2 days. So first, we are very pleased to have the oil minister who patronaged this conference, and the oil minister has indicated that the topic is very important and measures must be in place to protect our assets and to protect this industry. Also, we are very pleased with the Kuwait Petroleum Corporation President and CEO, who also alluded to that industrial control systems are the backbone of our industries. And we do need to have measures to protect the backbone. In turns, EQUATE CEO has expanded the topic about the industrial automation control system, and he pointed out to the security measures that needs to be in place in order, again, to protect our environment. And he also stressed on the need for continuous awareness, continuous education at national level and between the different advisory body to protect the environment, and and the need for cooperation between the different government sectors and the oil sector and the K companies, really to put measures to meet these challenges. I think throughout the 2 days, we've heard about the attacks and the sophistications that hackers has adapted and used to attack different organizations and companies. And also we've heard of the need of considering batching the control systems, and the need to change culture of cybersecurity, and introduction of this topic in school, in university, and the most important, also to create an R&D efforts in the field of cybersecurity. And again, the collaboration, it was echoed almost in every speech that we've heard, collaboration between companies, collaboration between IT and OT, collaboration between the different companies, whether locally here in Kuwait or in the region. I think the topic very much concentrated on the collaboration, not only between IT and OT. Now also we've heard about collaboration between IT vendor and DCS systems, and to build this a new design for risk mitigation, to better risk control framework to protect the customers. And this is something that customers will be very pleased when we see different partners, different vendors, different suppliers work together to address such an important issue. Also from yesterday panelists, we've also heard of establishing a risk tolerance level for cyber security, and risk and threat not only from outside. There is a big emphasis that a lot of the risk also come from inside, not only from the outside, which is something that we need to consider. I think some of if I were to wrap up the remarks in total, first, risk security planning must be strategic. It's not tactical, or it's not up to IT or up to operation, but it really has to be strategic at company level. We need to bring people. We need to increase the capability, the ability of the organization. We need people skillful in building this competency. And finally, what we've heard, that cybersecurity is not training class, is not a destination, it is not just a conference, and much beyond, and combined continuous and consistent effort. So it was really a big opener for a lot of us here, and certainly we've heard a lot of aspects associated with the cybersecurity and the industrial control system, which is we are really appreciative of. So with that, I really would like to thank all the speakers who came from the different parts of the globe and shared their information with us, and shared their valuable information. I would like to thank the audience really for their participation and for their questions. throughout the 2 days. I would like to thank also our partner, 5 Levels, for the setup and coordination and make this conference is really beautiful as we've seen it. I want to thank our MC for her well-planned and well-run sessions. Thank you very much. Also, I would like to thank our K companies steering committee who really helped us to execute this conference. And finally, I would like to thank the superb EQUATE staff who put and manage the conference in really very professional manner, which is something that we in EQUATE management really appreciate, and we thank them for that. And for you all, thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I'm not an IT guy. I'm a chemical engineer who works in DCS. And when I heard about that cyber attack threat, actually I didn't care much because the DCS in PIC, actually I'm from PIC, I didn't introduce myself. The DCS is isolated from the IT network. So it's the IT who's supposed to worry, and they actually did a good job. But for me, I didn't do anything. I'm insulated. I have nothing to do with it. I was sitting in an island. And, you know, there's something about DCS. We need to get out of it data, which is used for projects and RCAs and stuff like that. That's why it cannot be 100% isolated. It's true. We're not using networks or anything, but we disable like using the CDs, DVDs, and the flash memories. But except for one workstation, one machine, which we have to get some data out of it. This machine, for the historian, collecting data, and not everybody can use it, actually. It's only admin, passwords, and we even lock the door before we leave. But still, that single work machine and that single point could be a threat. That's why we have to jump to RTDB, real-time database, which we have to connect with the IT network. The thing is that, actually, maybe it's going to be more open when we use the RTDB, but it's much more safer than using flash memories. That's why we can talk with the ITs, and they agree with it, they like the idea, and they're very strict. Actually, they gave some requirements. They told us to upgrade that XP we're having to Windows 7. I like their work, and they have to put some firewall between their network and our network. We can trust them. They're doing a good job, but probably they don't trust us. That's why we have firewall. Actually, that's the nature of their job. They cannot trust anyone. But things, it's going to be more complicated. I like the old way, just flash memory and that's it, but we have to, there's nothing we can do about it. I remember when I was in the high school, my father told me, don't go for computer engineering. It's very complicated, it's hard work and many problems. But, you know, back in the 80s, not many people used computers at that time. But when I graduated in the 90s, I found myself, I have to use this machine, either I like it or not. When I've been called for this event, I wasn't expecting to have like a direct solution, like just do that and that's it, you're safe. It's more complicated. Because with the attackers, it's just like war. Like when you attack someone, you want to get to his castle, there must be different ways. I mean, it's not single way. So defenders have to find the different ways too. That's why security is not just like a software, it's a job to do. And I was expecting to see like some shared idea from different people from this event, and to see other companies with experience. And it's a very good opportunity to be here, actually. EQUATE people have done a very good job. even though they didn't have much time, I think 1 month or something. I remember every time I go to their meeting, I see the clock ticking, like their PowerPoint, I see like we have 20 days and 5 seconds, something like that. That's why I like that. I haven't expected that to be that big, actually. This event is much more what I expected. And I would like to thank EQUATE for this job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bakr Babahani from Kuwait Gulf Oil Company. We are in Wafra Joint Operations. Our partner is Chevron Saudi Arabia. I am the team leader of exploration and production data management. My background is petroleum engineering. However, lately with using automation with the wells, I'd like to thank EQUATE for sponsoring this conference. I was impressed the way it was organized. I've been to many conferences globally, and I think this is surprisingly one of the most interesting conferences I have been. And there is a momentum, and there is a passion in the audience to go back and do something, and start maybe even from now, make the communications and the links. Maybe for EQUATE and the downstream, the refineries, automation. That's the business. That's their business to have automation. Now, in the upstream, with the production and exploration, now we are entering doing more automation. And while we're doing the automation and excessive automation, we forgot about security. Actually, this is for myself. I'm involved in automation and digital oil field, and have never thought, similar to my colleagues, that we are immune. We are not in the internet. But I was surprised, and I think one of the first things I will do is that to present to my top management. I think this has to start from both ways: awareness, with the users, and also from the top, even the very top. I'm thinking maybe from the GCC level, there should be a security for the cyber, and then the Kuwaiti government, and then the oil sector. They should have maybe an entity that will take care of this as a security threat, or like any other measures that affect national security. I agree again, it's not an IT issue, because whenever you deal with the IT, they cannot audit themselves. It should be another entity that will audit this. So that, I think, is very important that it should start from a very high level. It's good to have the awareness. I mean, I heard that we have 20% of the world experts here, so I'm impressed. And also, I'm not impressed because I think it's still, globally, it's a new thing, not very well established. We are still learning as the other side is getting more sophisticated. But it's good. It's a good start. I heard that KMBC is going to sponsor the next one. Maybe KOC, from the upstream will sponsor another one, because in the upstream where we produce the oil, it's different than the downstream. We have many islands, many legacy systems, and the people is not as professional as in the I would say industrial automation as in the downstream. And again, I would like to thank everybody for their attendance and their passion in this conference.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdullah Gabandi. I'm team leader gas maintenance Southeast Kuwait Oil Company. Actually, my work is mostly maintenance in the gathering centers and the booster stations, and mainly we deal with DCSs, SCADAs, PLCs, and usually these systems are isolated. And we were not much worried about their security as long as they are isolated. But since they were connected to the intranet KOC site and the internet, that gave us an alarm that we have to be more secure, since we are dealing with all these gathering centers and booster stations, and we cannot afford any problems happening. And thank God that IT department is taking all the measures to secure all the attacks and make sure that the system is secured to the highest level, and also make sure that even the personal PCs are secured, since sometimes we tend to take some things from the personal PCs to the systems. And that's also not very secured. Not always we can say that bad things have good things, such as the things that happened last year to Saudi Arabia. It gave us a good thing that gave us a wake-up call to look at security, how secured we are. And I'd like to thank EQUATE and the chairman of EQUATE for sponsoring this, and for everybody who joined this, and all these companies that shared us their knowledge and experiences that will give us more push to get the best thing we can get in security to our systems. Thank you very much.
Okay, I don't have much to say, just I want to first of all thank EQUATE, their CEO, the team who worked to prepare this event. I know that it was a short period, all the successful initiative which we've lived in it for past 2 days. They worked maybe 3-4 months before it, and there was no much experience, but they made it. Yani, so thank you for this successful initiative. Second thing, which I think a finding we can make it in the future of this such opportunity where we have that number of experienced experts from worldwide, is to have maybe along with the organizer pick one of the hot subjects related to the conference and try to deliver a list of recommendation and announce it at the end of the conference. This could be good to take a home for the audience who are coming for the conference. Last thing I want to announce, as my colleague mentioned, that inshallah KIACS 2015 will be organized next year by KMBC, and I hope to see you all inshallah with us next year, and your colleague book it in your calendar. I hope it will be in March or April next year, inshallah. Sure. Thank you very much.
Caught red-handed. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's thank our closeout session, of course hosted by Mohammad Al Benali and joined by Bakar, Abdullah, Khalid, Ahmed, Mohammed and Mohammed. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much. Super to have you all on the stage summarizing the thoughts of the day. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in about 8 minutes, we are going to be drawing. There is going to be 3 lucky draw winners today for 2 iPhones and 1 iPad. I don't really know how to take this, but Christy has taken my name out of the bowl so that I can't win again. The loss is mine. So right now, we would like to give, in recognition, some plaques to some gentlemen. May I please invite the following 11 gentlemen in batches of 3. Would they kindly join me on stage? But first, may I invite to the stage to give these placards Mohammed Hussain, CEO of Kuwait. Please come and join us, Mohammed. And joining him is Tariq Jaffer, Senior Executive, Corporate Business Development, EQUATE. Tariq, please join us also to give the placards. Super to have you, gentlemen, and thank you. So, in recognition and thanks, may we please invite the following three onto stage: Michael Poria, Amit Verma, and Sinclair Koulame. The plaque of recognition and thanks. Thank you, gentlemen. Well done, Amit, and you and your trophy survived. That is congratulations in itself. May we invite the following three: Glenn Bounds, Carl Rode, and Mohammad Al Benali. Glenn Bounds, Carl Rode, and Mohammad Al Benali. And we'll just do one group photograph, if you would like to join them as well, Mohammad. We're going to do group photographs. We're only going to do group photographs so that we can speed it along a little bit. Thank you very much, Carl. Thank you, Mohammed. So calling the next three up for a group photograph: Jamal Al-Balushi, Indu Singh, and Richard Powell. I invite all three gentlemen up for a group photograph. Please join them, Mr. Singh. A group photograph. Thank you, gentlemen, and congratulations. And our final two, may we please invite to the stage Michelle Gia and Senthil Kumar. Gentlemen, join us for a group photograph for your accolade and recognition and our thanks. And gentlemen, we're nearly done, but we'd also like to recognize your team members from EQUATE who have done a superb job. May I invite the following 7 to the stage in batches of 2 or 3. May I please invite to the stage Yasser, Zaki, and Mohammed Al-Hussan. May I invite Dari Al-Ajmi and Faisal Al-Hedor. And the final 3. Excuse me. May I invite on stage Haitham Al-Saeed, Christy Thomas, and Ali Al-Hamad. And Ali Al-Hamad, where are you hiding? A lost opportunity, Ali. We'll have to thank him privately and later. And on behalf of the EQUATE management team, they would like to wish and thank the 5 Levels event management. Well done. That is the AV team, the camera crew, the organizers, the registration staff, and all of the team that have worked in partnership with EQUATE. Very well done, and thank you very much. Now, gentlemen, tell me, would you like to remain with me on stage to congratulate the 5 draw winners? It may be a while if yesterday's anything to go by. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's switch to the draw. We have 3 prizes that consist of 2 iPhones and 1 iPad. Who is going to be the lucky winner? Remember the rule, you need to be here physically. So, Christy, would you like to run the lucky draw? If I win today, I will accept. Raghav Siddiqa, are you here? I can see somebody moving through the crowds. Well done and congratulations. An iPad is all yours. Well done and congratulations. And Christy, may we have our second draw name, please? Feels like a game show, doesn't it? And the winner is Ibrahim A.E. Al-Nasha. Are you here? My goodness, we're doing well today. All of these gentlemen are here. Congratulations, Ibrahim. You are going to be going home with your very own iPhone. Congratulations, Mabruk. And last but not least, our third winner, please, Christy. And the winner is Khadija Ali. Are you here? There she is. Congratulations. Going home with a new iPhone. Not bad for a 2-day conference. Congratulations and well done, Khadija. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you for your participation. Fantastic delegates. Thank you to our speakers and our panelists, and we wish you a safe forward journey on. Good afternoon, and thank you.
Hosted and organized by EQUATE Petrochemical Company in partnership with KPC.